So this week I'm thinking about strategies for jazz improvisation on my 6-string bass. Now I should say straight away that these ideas should work just as well on a 4-string bass or a 5-string bass or any instrument. So we're going to play a 1-6-2-5 progression in B flat major. So we're going to use the chords B flat major, G7, C minor 7, F7. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 4 notes that I'm going to play on each chord. So a different set of 4 notes for each of those 4 chords. And then I'm going to try and come up with lines that connect together those sequence of 4 notes. So the chord 1, the B flat major, I'm actually going to think of it as a D minor 7 chord. So I'm going to think of it as like a 3-6-2-5 in my head. So those notes of the D minor 7 chord give me D, F, A and C. Now I'm going to pick a position to play on my bass neck, and I'm going to try and stick as close as I can to just playing everything in this same position. So I'm going to start here on this note C, and I'm going to play those 4 notes. So C, D, F, A, and then I'll add the octave C as well. So that's the 4 notes I'm going to play on the 1 chord, on the B flat major. Then on the 6th chord, the G7, I'm going to play a B diminished arpeggio. So B, D, F, A flat. Okay. And I could add in the G as well, the root note. Sounds cool. So we can use the same strategy now to play on the C minor 7 and the F7 that I used to play on the D minor 7 and the G7. So I'm going to take the notes of a C minor 7 arpeggio, C, E flat, G, B flat, and then the notes of an A diminished arpeggio. And again, I can add in that root note on the F chord if I want to. Now I could connect those up with passing notes, with chromatic passing notes, with scale tones, whatever I want. But those notes are going to provide the framework, and I'm going to use a backing track to try and link together each one of those 4 chords. So I've now practiced playing lines on a 1-6-2-5 progression in this region of my neck. So I've really stuck just to this part of the neck. Now I'm going to pick a completely different part of the neck, and I'm going to work on playing lines using those exact same notes, somewhere like this. So this would be my D minor 7 arpeggio, which I'm going to play on the B flat major chord. Then I could play the B diminished arpeggio starting on the D there. And then I could play a C minor 7 arpeggio like this. And then I could play the A7 arpeggio starting on the A there. A diminished 7 arpeggio, I should say. Okay, so I have this. And then I would practice lines that connect all of those together. So again, put a backing track on, practice lines in that position. Then once you've done kind of 3 or 4 positions with the same ideas, you can then try and see if you can come up with lines that connect those positions together so that move smoothly between the different positions that you've been practicing. There's so many variations that you could do of this. Obviously you can practice with different chord progressions, you can practice in different positions on the neck, you can practice with the same chord progression but change the notes that you're using, so you could pick a different set of 4 notes that work on the different chords. Obviously different keys as well, so you can practice in different keys. So there's so many different strategies and ideas that you could come up with here, just using this same idea.